Let's try to see practically about how we can eliminate the duplicate values in from a table when we are retrieving the results from the query. And also we are going to see group by and having clause, how we can use it practically. So let's say means we do have this author table, which is from where we are trying to get the country from author table. And what happens, like suppose I am just executing this, and you can see that now the result sets is like this, where it is showing the countries which are there. So India is there and US is also there, Canada is also there, but their records are duplicate. And if you just wanted to see the unique records or the distinct records from this particular column, then how we can do that? For that, we can use this distinct keyword. I mean, after the select word, we can use this distinct. And now if I just try to run this, then you can see this just shows the three distinct records for each country. So that is something which is important to understand, that whenever we wanted to remove duplicates, we can use this distinct keyword. Now there is one more thing which we wanted to understand is basically the group by clause. Now group by clause is something which is, we wanted to, suppose we wanted to get a count of author for each country, how many authors are there for each country, then how we can do that? So for that we can just try to get the country name as a column, and then we can use this count function which is used from this, and then we can use this count of country from author table. Basically, if you just try to run this now, then it doesn't give any record, because basically it will give an error because it is an invalid select list, because it is not contained in either aggregate function. So this count is an aggregate function. There are other aggregate function which is sum, average, minimum, and maximum as well. So that is also we can use it as per our requirement. But whenever we are using this count function as an aggregate, then we must need to specify group by clause. So this group by clause is very much needed to specify that we wanted to group the results by this particular column. So whatever the column, suppose there is another column which is available, then also with that also we need to give it here. But for now we have just this, apart from this aggregate function, we just have this country as a separate column. So then we can get this country as a group by columns, and just try to execute this. Now you can see for each country you can get the count, like Canada, India, and USA, how many count. So this is something which is we can give. And as this is not since we have used this aggregate, we don't understand means what is this column, so we can here mention as author count, and can just try to run it. Then you can get this particular author count as a column header. So that is something which is we can get. And now there is one more restricting of the data which we can get when we have this group by. Now suppose I wanted to get this author count which is just of more than two, or maybe three. I wanted to get the records which are just having more than two. So how we can do that? For this group by having, we need to specify that author count group by count of country is greater than 2. So this is what we can specify to restrict the data. And now if you try to get this, then what are the records which are more than 2 count, then we can get it. Suppose we wanted to get it less than 1 as well, or less than 2 as well, then also we can get this record. So this is something which is we can use to get this group by with having clause, where we can restrict our result sets based on the conditions which we can give it here. So this is where how we can use this group by, and how we can do eliminate duplicates values as well. I hope you like this, and I will see you next lecture.